move the microphone a little bit further up. So hello everybody. Hope everybody's doing well whenever you find yourself watching this, either live or on the VODs. Happy 4th of July. Yes, I'm going to be unprofessional and completely date the video. This character has helped out my Platinum character a little bit with weapon reinforced trophies, and that's really pretty much it. We don't have that much left to go. We have Bed of Chaos, we have Gwendolyn, we have Calamite, and then we have Gwyn. So, depending on how much of a jerk Calamite is, this could be a very short stream, or it could be a very long stream. Or it could be a couple of streams. It really depends on Calamite. Yeah. So let's start knocking some things out. Let's go after Gwendolyn, and then we will try and finish off the Sigmire quest, and then Bed of Chaos, and then we'll try our hand at Calamite. And Calamite itself isn't the hard part. It's really trying to get the sword off of his tail. That's the hard part.
What foolishness! Why trespasseth upon the great Lord's tomb, whilst thou art a disciple of the Dark Sun? Mark the words of myself, Gwendolyn.
Oh right, I'm still a blade, aren't I?
Thou shalt not go
on this character. Whoops. This breaks the covenant. TLDR. Gwendolyn uses a miracle to transform themselves backwards? Oh, well that's a thing. Whoops. I was distracted. So Gwendolyn will keep moving themselves backwards, and they're pretty much a ranged attack sort of individual. Once you get to them, they're not so bad. But really, the idea is to get to them. Once you break Covenant, you can't fix it. Hey, Smoot! Nice to see you. I want my bloodstain. Give me. I think their most dangerous attack is probably either that one or their arrows. You can't see the arrows as much as you can see. And you have to remember to dodge in time for the big one, because the big one does go through walls. but they don't have a whole lot of HP. Oh, that one hit me. And they're out. It's really a test of your stamina management and your ability to use the environment to your advantage. Gosh. Gwendolyn, dang it! And that's it.
Heretic, swathed in dark, an eternal curse upon thee.
Kind of wish there was actually an eternal curse placed on your character. Sorry, Gwendolyn. Did it for the trophy. I would have left you alone if you didn't have a trophy associated. So we can pick up the Nidus's armor set here. In DS3 it's down the hallway. And this is where we sacrifice our mate, which has Sunlight Blade in it. Up here you can see the flowers that Gwendolyn laid down for their father. Hey, Zurend. Nice to see you. And there's nothing in there. Actually, Gwendolyn does have two trophies associated with them. Sunlight Blade Miracle is required for Prayer of a Maiden and their own boss killing trophy. Thank you, Zurend. Same to you if you are gonna do the cookout thing later on. So now that we've done this, it should actually trigger the Firekeeper as hostile. So let's go check on that and see if my memory serves me correctly. My Platinum character is so much more, has so many more levels, but isn't as powerful. So let's go check the Anor Londo bonfire. Yep, she is hostile. Bye.
But how? This
G.
is a threat.
G.
Master Gwendolyn.
And now you've lost this bonfire entirely. Do I even have any homeward bones left? It was not worth it, but, you know, that's what happens when you go after Gwendolyn. She will also go hostile if you break the illusion of Guinevere. So, like, her dialogues make more sense if you do it that way. Not worth it. Did it for the trophies. Time for Bed of Chaos, I think. That's the closest one. Daughter of Chaos, maybe? Yeah, like, there's no point in breaking the illusion other than switching a bunch of enemies, really. Might as well max out the Estus Flask. I kind of like lit up Anor Londo a bit more. Did I continually forget? Okay, no. I was about to say. Bed of Chaos is next to Reno. Last stream we basically cleared our way there. So, the first thing we gotta do is try to deal with Sigmaier's quest. Now, this is the point in Sigmaier's quest I always fail it. Always. I have always failed this stupid part of the quest. My platinum character, because I tried to practice it on my platinum character, I sat around, I arrowed all of the Chaos Eaters until they were very low, then I woke up Sigmaier. He went down, started killing them. I went down too, and one of the Chaos Eaters went straight for me, and like 2 of them killed me, which also fails the quest. So that was my freak accident lately, but that's like always been like that for me with this part of the quest, and yeah, I've never had the best luck with this quest. Give me those red chunks you got. So there's a couple of funny stories about me being bad at this quest. Yeah, like I've never aggroed him, but I've always either died, which breaks the quest, or he's died and it's broken the quest. And just a lot of freak accidents. Hey Sam. Triple kill. Yes, I know what the quest requires for Sigmaier. It's just the Chaos Eaters have killed him, or most of the time I've died, which breaks the quest. Even though he's at like 90-80% health. Like, if you die, it breaks the quest too. And it's like, I've had the worst luck the worst luck. Never been able to finish it. So like, okay, I'll try that idea. Just kill them all except one. And it's cute, like, this part of the quest. Because he spent the entire game being saved by you, and he wants to find his own validation. And, like, us fixing it for him has not really helped in that. And so him feeling as though he's the big hero has really helps his ego, I guess. I'm gonna kill this one. So this one I'm gonna bring down to a little bit. Yeah, that's enough. Switch rings. I need to be reminded to go get the gold serpent ring. Blender monsters are fun, and they look really good in Remastered, by the way, if you've looked at them up close.
Oh, excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. Must be the warmth. Well, what's on your mind? No, don't tell me. Those monsters making life difficult for you? You need not be ashamed. We're all in the same boat, you know. I really have run up quite a debt to you. Perhaps the time has come.
You can do it, Onion Bro.
Friend, I have an idea. A good one, really. I will rush those dire fiends, and you can slip away in the confusion. Please, friend. I owe you much more than this. By the honor of the Knights of Katarina, allow me to assist you. And now, I go. Don't be slow.
Hooray!
Come on! Over here, you fiend! Perish, owl creatures! I am Siegmeyer of Katarina, and you shall feel my wrath! But you, didn't you get away? Well, you've saved me, once again. Oh, thank goodness. I'm exhausted. I think I'll have a rest.
Here?
Oh, don't you worry. The ground below
Don't you
me
have a
might
poison
hurt.
bar, dude?
I'll recover shortly.
Alright, well. If you fail this, fail at this point, you get the, speckled stone plate ring. Which you get in DS3, because it's, locked off behind a thing. The other reason to come down here is that there is a slab. DS3 in the Demon Ruins, there's a bricked up wall that you have to like break with the big Avalon. And it'll be there. Big slab for big weapons. Yeah, it's not the best place. Because it's like, it's just a square. Of course they got him killed. Of course. Oh, I got bamboozled. Oh yeah, I mean that could probably happen. I like Sigvard. Sigvard's a nice guy. Anyway, I need to pop back to a bonfire anyway. I need to remember to, like... sit down at a bonfire. There. We have said. I might have to kindle that again, but we'll see. Time to go to the bed of chaos. Hooray. So, the thing that you can abuse with the Bed of Chaos is that it checkpoints you in between sections, which no other boss in the series actually does. So you break one, unless they fixed it for Remastered, or they changed it for Remastered, which they could have done. Hate you, maggots. The maggots are really good for farming sunlight metals. When I did this on the PS3, there was no multiplayer to speak of because nobody was around, so I had to farm sunlight metals off of them. I might have to turn on the AC. I turned it off because I didn't want the extra sound, but it's pretty hot in this area. Plague. I did get the last thing over here, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. I miss switch rings again. I do have the hawk ring on this character, right? Yep. Oh, Plague. That's a great playthrough. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should. So this cheese, if it still works, I learned from GFG, a bunch of Scottish guys. You basically just have to look for the right branch. I don't know if it still works, so I'm just trying it out. Probably doesn't work anymore. Try this side. You used to be able to just arrow the stuff. Now, of course, I haven't done this in like a year and a half, so I might be doing it wrong. So there's that. Oh well. Yeah, I think I was aiming wrong. There seems to be a lot more visual noise. Let's see if it's still checkpoints. Actually must hurt the feet, though. Just saying. I forgot the way around. Oh, bed of chaos. You silly. I'm probably I probably did the wrong side first. Like, I think you're supposed to do the right side first, and then arrow the left side. Oh well. That's weight I will have to carry. Yeah, a burden not even Havel's ring can ease. On the flip side, checkpointing still works, so if you didn't know already. Most of you die on principle. They only give like 72 souls too, so it's really funny. Awesome, I will Azure End. Thank you. I mean, the undead's life must be just full of pain. I mean, they're both dead and their skin looks to be rotting. So that must hurt. Undead problems. Hashtag. Since I'm not doing it with the arrows, I might as well flip back to... I do have Chloranthy on this character, do I? No. Chloranthy's on my Platinum character. Okay, well. Time for Steel Protection. Would you? Bah. Bah, I say. Note to self, it's right side first, then left side. It's bad. It's just, it's a victim of lack of time. So, like, it's something FromSoft has always had, like, issues with. Hey, Stone. Like, FromSoft gets really ambitious about things, and doesn't always work. There's a boss in Kingsfield 4 that I've seen in watching bits and pieces of Kingsfield 4. I'm definitely pretty blind when it comes to Kingsfield 4, but there is a boss there that is pretty Beds of Chaosy, in that there's a central knight to fight, but on either side above you, there's all these creatures throwing stuff at you, and it's really annoying. And that's like one example. Bed of Chaos is another. There's always something that is kind of a victim of being overtly ambitious. He is the most difficult demon in the game, I think, too. He hits real hard. I mean, it says something that this is the only boss that retains environmental effects in it. So all of, like... I mean, there's that. By the time you hit him, you don't really need to, like, fight him. Because the one weapon you probably are working on that needs Demon Titanite is probably already maxed out by that point. Yeah, boss looks really cool. Cannot wait to stream Kingsfield 4 for you guys, though. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm gonna be trying something sort of new-ish with it. Currently I'm calling it a blind leading the blind run. We'll see if everything works out with it. But it should be fun. And that should be coming up after we finish this playthrough of DSR. And then maybe we'll work on an actual lore through. Now that we've basically gotten our sea legs back. Oh, Bed of Chaos. If you guys think this is a pain in the butt, try getting Calamit's sword. That took me probably 5 ever. In my heart, I'm still doing it. What is the pathway? Welp. Yeah, we were talking about that somewhere. I was talking about that somewhere. Either in one Discord server or another. Don't get your hopes up. However, the next gaming conference is either PSX or Tokyo Game Show. And Tokyo Game Show happens at the end of August. Yeah. On the other hand, it could just be a placeholder. With a game as hotly talked about as Bloodborne 2, retailers having placeholders like that is natural. I mean, it's not like it's Walmart Canada doing the leaking. It was Walmart, what, Italy? Or some Italian website? Italian Amazon? Or something. Grant us eye drops. Yeah, and like 6 people from FromSoft are working on the remaster for Metal Wolf Chaos. And the rest of them are working on Sekiro. And there we go. She looks really cool. Looks like a phoenix. The fact that it's easier to just quit out and start from the last checkpoint says something about the boss. Let's see if I remember the exact pathway over to the bug. Oh, she's being real sassy. Real sassy. Wretch. It's like people. Funnily enough, there's no real way back. Well, yeah. I mean, there's a couple of things we can talk about with the relationship between bugs and trees. And like, she's a bug, but she's controlling bits and pieces of the arc tree that also leads into Ash Lake. At least, I'm assuming. Like, the main arch tree, this is the same as the one that we go past that's like jutting out through Blighttown that leads portals into Ash Lake. So these are roots because that arch tree is basically the main arch tree for Lordran. Even though we see like 50 million other trees. Now remember, FromSoft loves talking about how much trees have power. Shadow Tower Abyss, the tree grows backwards. It's also a spaceship. That makes sense in the context of the game. I'll leave that there. Arc trees are obvious in Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3. The forests and forest folk is the power that seals out the darkness in Kingsfield 4. And your Firekeeper in Kingsfield 4 is a forest folk. She's also an elf. They are also growing golems that look like giants in very Lucilian fashion. So, like, FromSoft and trees have gone hand in hand for a long time, so trees are, like, powerful to them. So, the Bed of Chaos controlling bits of the arc tree, because the arc trees are themselves powerful, and blah 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 blah, makes sense. Yeah. And the tree for the Demon Prince boss area is probably the very same tree that we are knocking our claymore against, because it is the main tree for Lordran. Probably. And so bugs make their homes in trees, and so it makes some sense that a fire bug like the Bed of Chaos would be using a magical tree as, you know, a big-ass catalyst, very similar to all of the Izalith catalysts. And that also makes sense because flame sorcery is separate from pyromancy, but it doesn't talk about how flame sorcery died out and how pyromancy actually usurped it. It only says that flame sorcery was known by a demon, and he didn't really pass on his knowledge at all. Alright. 22k. So we need to go over to Quaylon. Quaylon? So yeah, like, trees in Dark Souls in particular are powerful, much in the same tradition. Yeah, let me move over to that, since it's up. Actually, do I have 3 red chunks? No, just 2. Dang it! I need to make a maxed out fire weapon so that my platinum character doesn't have to do it. Where did catalysts go? Okay. Demon's Catalyst. Demon Catalyst formed from Izalith molten rock can be used as a fire weapon. So, this was made from molten rock, and lava is basically chaos anyway. Can be used as a fire weapon. The Demon Fire Sage was the first demon and the last master of the original fire arts. That's a change. It was called Fire Sorcerer. Izalith was engulfed by chaos, creating pyromancy. The Ulasil Catalyst from the Corrupted Sorcerers also says, Ulasil Sorcery Catalyst formed by several enchanted branches. Boosts sorcery judgment, and Lost Land sorceries are not offensive, and attacks are not boosted by intelligence. The Ivory Catalyst is formed by enchanted white bark branches. Sorcerer's Catalyst is obviously wood. Tin is the only place where this really goes left sideways. Although I don't think I've heard anybody have any explanation why tin is so important. Although alchemically it might be. But yeah, the demon catalyst is molten rock. I would assume that what they mean by enchanted branches is archtree. That's like the only real magical tree in the series. So we're gonna go over to Quaylana, and then we're gonna go pick up Beatrice's stuff. Because we did defeat both of her bosses, and so her stuff should be lying out in the Valley of Drakes. Shadow Tower Abyss is something I need to play again so that I won't get lost when I record it. Although Allison has made a really great LP of Shadow Tower Abyss. Oh yeah, I love Moonlight Butterfly as a design aesthetic. Quaylana never came up here. Oops. I guess I'll just show that off on my Platinum character. Oops. I'm just gonna drop aggro real quick. I know I kind of rushed through Estelle just because 100%ing wasn't something I wanted to do on this run. But she'd be here, and she would give you the last pyromancy of the game in response to offing her mom. Yeah, like, I would assume that the wood they use for sorcery catalysts is probably archtree. Or, like, baby archtree, or something. Yep. Because most of them are wood, except the demon one, and except the tin ones. So let's go pick up Beatrice's stuff. And then go pick up the gold serpent ring. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Well, hello again. I have finally located my father.
Oh, you have you?
All of your help was invaluable to us.
That's wonderful.
Thank you so much. I was finally able to pass on my mother's last words.
So here you find out that her mother died, and she went through all this trouble to tell her father what her mother's last words were. Oh yeah, that's something we were talking about yesterday on Aegon's stream, wasn't it, Hunter? That given how important crowns are actually in DS1, and even more important in DS2, and sort of important in DS3, what if the wood coming off as horns on Manus is a crown in and of itself?
My father, he went on his final adventure. Don't worry, that's just the way he is. Undead or no. Sort of reassuring, really. He goes hollow. I'll just have to kill him again.
I'll just have to kill him again. It's like she has to clean her room. What is on Sieglin's to-do list? Pick up the groceries, sharpen the bastard sword, do the laundry, kill Dad again, go wash the car. What?
My father? Don't.
Let's go talk to Domhnall real fast, and then we'll go get Beatrice's stuff. She is the most badass character in all of Souls. She is not even undead. She only has one life. She comes up to Lordran, does all this stuff.
Aye, Shemai. I didn't expect to meet anybody here. I suppose great minds think alike, eh?
So here you can get the boss armor from Domhnall. He's got Artorias' stuff. He's got Gwyndolin's stuff. He's got Ornstein's stuff and the Golem. And his own stuff. Okay, so we were just talking about crowns. Here's your first one. The second one is only New Game Plus and higher, because it's Gwyn's. Crown of the Dark Sun Gwendolyn. Well, actually, it's not the first crown. I mean, you can call Dusk's crown a crown, but it's not really a crown. It's kind of more of a headband. But anyway. The crown of the gods demands faith immeasurable of its wearer, but it is imbued with dark moon power that enhances all magic. The image of the sun manifests Gwendolyn's deep adoration of the sun. We're gonna pick that up, because it's neato. So is the rest of Gwendolyn's stuff.
Well, I'm certain we will make a good trade eventually, so I am willing to share some tips. If you see kindle that...
Okay. Thanks, Domhnall.
That was a fine trade. I have this for...
Stop bothering me. You too. The Soulsborne community is rocks, if you ask Hunter. Alright, we're gonna go get Beatrice's stuff. Hunter, were you here when we were talking about the different catalysts you can get in the game? And how Demon Fire Sage's catalyst is made out of molten rock? Did you have it, like, do you want to talk to that? As per your, Everybody's Rocks theory? While I go get a cool dress. This appears after Moonlight Butterfly and Four Kings. Speaking of catalysts. Here's Beatrice's. Catalyst belonging to Beatrice, the rogue witch, contrasts with Venheim catalysts. The ancient catalyst shows signs of being used for age-old sorceries, but has passed the hands of many generations to get here, and it is also wood. So let me just switch that. You can see it is wood. It's got feathers on it, and it's pretty long, you know. Nope, I don't, because I don't really like NPC summons, but you don't have to. The only place where you have to do any, like, have to summon NPCs in is in, like, DS2. But I think NPC summons get in the way, so I never summon them in. Especially Beatrice, because you have to kill everything. Otherwise Beatrice gets super, super distracted. Like, worse than Lucatiel in DS2. And I'm not here for that, so I don't summon her. I'll summon NPCs if they wanted to, like, come in and help or whatever. But NPC summons get in the way. So Gwendolyn's done, Bed of Chaos is done. Which means we can open up the door. Which we'll do, and we'll explore it. But we have to go fight the Calamite.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent? Very well. Then
I also
stay
never
still
feed
for a moment.
Frampt. Basically, I'm a bad chosen undead. Oh yeah, I need to go get the gold serpent ring. Okie dokie, so entering into the kiln for the first time is always a thing. These guys look way better. The ghost dude, is it me? Or do the ghost dudes just look way better? So what's good about the kiln? The kiln is your last chance to farm for Black Knight weapons. And each of the Black Knights will drop a chunk of a certain color. And it is also your last chance to farm those chunks. So hopefully we get a red chunk so that I can max out a fire weapon. So there's your normal chunk. I'm probably saying things you guys have already know, but definitely kind of looks like Box Art World from Dark Souls 3 a little bit. doesn't it? And it also looks like a nuclear bomb went off somewhere. The sheer heat made all of this spiky stuff happen. Oops. Do you want to talk about that theory again? Just for the audience, Hunter? And there's my red Tatane chunk. Hooray. Sweet. Let's take a look around. So it definitely looks a bit like a coliseum, but also a bit like a kiln. Very similar in design to, say, Ulasil, maybe even the Ring City. You've got rings all over the place. Most of the rings have fallen over, and it looks like a lot of the place has been glassed. So Hunter says that demons are chaotic in the Eastern sense of being entities of dual natures because the chaos flame is infused with humanity. Oh, you're gonna take your chunk with you? You jerk. His planet needed him, I guess. And here you can get your Black Knight cosplay on. If you have completed Solaire's quest, he'll be over here, and you can see right into the boss arena. Although, unlike Manus, you can't shoot him from here. And there's 2 more Black Knights that we can fight, but we've got a couple other loose ends to tighten up before we kill this cycle. Nope. This one is the white one. I think the last one is the blue one. I hate doing halberds. So I'm just gonna backstab him. Yeah, this one's the blue one. blue, white, red, normal. Yeah, I think the one that jumped off is twinkling. So yeah, that would be the boss fog. But, like I said, we've got a couple other loose ends. But yeah, you can see how the stairs have basically been glassed because of how much heat has come off of linking. And it always kind of struck me as like a nuclear explosion here. Do I have black flame on this character? No. I have it on my other one. Basically, I'll pull up my platinum character, because my platinum character will have probably most things, in case we wanted to chat about it. Yeah, these guys look really good. There's my fire weapon. This is one of those, I know where it is, I just didn't get it kind of things. We also need to go to Ash Lake anyway to complete the quest. Now, pursuers I did get, so I can get them. Whoops. Here's me forgetting, like, what character I'm on. Because I've done all of this on my platinum character. Here's something I was talking about on Aegon's stream yesterday, in that there's a lot of like headless enemies. Like Demon Titanites, the Titanite guys. Speaking of pursuers, let me put myself away and read that real quick for the chat. sorcery of Manus, Father of the Abyss, grant a fleeting will to the dark community, and a volley as a result. The will feels envy or perhaps love, and despite the inevitably trite and tragic ending, the will sees no alternative and is driven madly towards its target. Yes, I know I'm dying. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Panic basket. Demon Titanite. Special Titanite stolen, by the way, from a faceless stone beast known as a Titanite demon. When the nameless blacksmith deity passed from several slabs, great beasts arose. The power of Titanite remains within them, and they still roam Lordran to this day. So, yes, the Titanite demons do not have faces, and somehow they are actually slabs that became imbued with some sort of life. So they probably got imbued with a bit of actual life with a capital L, or even humanity. And they became sort of demons. Well, I guess while I'm down here, I'll just kill the last one. The two on the other side have a magnitude more HP than the first two, so the first two went down real easy. A rare drop is the catch pole. My platinum character has it. So if you were ever interested, I will pop that over. Jerkwads. You can tell I pretty much just booked it through Sens. Hey, flamberges! Sweet. Go on. Probably more, if I had to choose one, probably more analogous to like the Greek pantheon. Hey, symbol of avarice, sweet. I always forget if that's supposed to be something or just an invasion spot. Something I'm missing. Oh yeah, you have to wait for this to happen. And then you can come back over here. So floaty. And that's actually supposed to be the way you're supposed to go through, like, that level, and I think I just, like, dodge rolled through the, the bowl. And here's slumbering. which basically puts us back at the beginning, which we wanted. A gentle nudge. Alright, so that's all done. What else do we need to go get? Oh, Calamite. Let's go deal with Calamite. I don't want to go deal with Calamite. Or actually, I don't really want to deal with Calamite's deal. But... it so happens. Salad meat. Delicious salads. See if I can't scrounge together enough souls. Level up again so I don't have to waste 26 gray. Yes, I do indeed have experience with them. I haven't played as many as I should have, but I know the lore surrounding Drake and Nier. I talk about it with Hunter all the time. Why, what about it? I've watched all of the Dark Ed's LPs. I almost bought Drakengard 3, but then I saw how badly it played, so I was like, okay, I'll just watch them. So yeah. Actually, how I came to learn about it wasn't about Nier, but one of my favorite singer-songwriters is Onitsuka Tiro, and she did the theme song for Drakengard 3. So that's how I came to like learn about him. But yeah. This Silence Is Mine is such a good song, you guys. I love Onitsuka Tiro. Alright. Well, it's time to die a whole bunch to Calamite. I hope you guys are really ready. And it's really dying to Calamite because you're trying to wait for his tail slam. And her tail slam is hard to find. Where is she? Calamite, please. Can you not be a jerk? No? You're just gonna be a jerk the whole time? Like, Calamit's moveset in and of itself is not stuff we haven't seen before. There's a bunch of the same things all of the dragons in the series have done that are present in Calamite. It's just... Oh, this tail kite! Ah! So, she basically gets me on, like, attrition. Oh, that tailcoat, I hate it so much. You're looking for a very specific... move from Calamite. Otherwise, you'll never be able to reach her. Umixio? Thank you for the follow. Really grateful for that. Round 2 versus Calamite's tail. Oh yeah. Like with leveling up, you've heard my theory about that. In that it's not that you're actually making yourself stronger, you're just using the memories imbued in the souls to make yourself stronger. And so when you remember that you're stronger, it's almost the same way as being stronger. Because it's not like we get swole if we throw lots of points into strength or whatever. Matchmaking failed. Did somebody try invading? Calamite, really? Are you serious? thought he already did the other thing. Come on, Calamite! Ah, damn it. I'm trying to beat the tail slam. But you can tell, like, if you didn't know about the tail slam, I could have beaten him up already. But, yeah. F that tail slam. Become a big sword. Swole dragon like Calamite. So, like, the tail slam is mostly baited that when Calamite flies over you, if you're near enough to the tail will slam down. But it's hard to do. So what do you think of trees being somehow magical? Whatever. It's got a new movie coming out. It's like Die Hard, but not. Apparently we're all rocks, so everything's a rock. If anybody's wondering, it's just a soul package. Slam the tail down. And that didn't even hit. Well, I got a hit in. Yes, it's a good sword. The Obsidian Greatsword is pretty good. If you want to look it up, it's called the Obsidian Greatsword. I mean, it's not at, like, Calamit's moveset, when you're working backwards like we are, is not something all that special. Like, you can see the False Dragon from 2 in here. You can see Madeir in here. I got it! Sweet! Take a celebratory drink. Alright, now it's go time. Wrong there. Stay down, stay down, stay down. Hey, Aaron, what's up? Man, I'm doing some bad dodges. Ah, dang it. I'm dead. Eat it, Calamite! Yeah, the hard part is getting the tail. Yeah, Canada Day is the 1st. Alright, let me show you guys the Obsidian Greatsword. So this is it. It doesn't look particularly striking. Moveset is, here's the R1s, and this is the R2. Block, block, one-handed R1s. Jumping attacks. Kick. So, yeah. Back in the day, it was pretty neat. Let me pick this up and then read the lore on it. This greatsword, one of the rare dragon weapons, is formed by the tail of the one-eyed black dragon Calamite, the last of the ancient dragons. The mystical power of its obsidian blade will be released when held with both hands. So that would be that. It came off this dragon's butt. The end. Rip this dragon. Alright, I think that's everything. Quickly say something if I haven't seen some or haven't done something. I picked up... Oh! I know what I haven't done. We need to go to Ash Lake. Hi. Don't mind me. Just got a dragon bullet weapon. There's a Titanite slab. Is her end. I already picked that up when we activated the boss fight a little while ago. There is a Titanite slab. The DLC allows you to not have to go into New Game Double Plus to do all of the weapon reinforced trophies. Because there's an extra white slab, there's an extra blue slab, and there's an extra normal slab. Huh. What's up here? I don't think I showed this off. Yeah, I didn't. I did on my platinum character, not here. This is Great Magic Barrier. That's how you get it. It's a miracle. That's coming from behind is probably the easier way to do it, instead of coming from in front. And thank you for that fall. I'll get the name in just a second. My computer screen decided to go to sleep. Havel's answer was to become the Michelin Man. Because it makes you look like the Michelin Man. To quote Plague, why is there a dragon head here? I don't know. Become huge, carry a big claymore, and do pokes. The poke is so powerful, you guys. DS2 and 3. The poke. So this is the arch tree that is basically in control of Lordran. This is like the main arch tree. I mean, there are more, but this is the arch tree that everyone's kind of concerned about. Alright. So there he is, his Veihander, looking a bit like a doll.
My father. He was hollow now. He seems a dude. He will cause no more trouble. It's finally over. I will return to Katerina. You assisted us completely. I can hardly return the favor, but please accept this. It's of no use to me now.
So she gives you a slab.
Oh, Father. Dear Father.
So, from her discussion earlier, him being undead and her needing to put him down, it has been normal, but she needed to tell him her mother's last words, and instead of anything, that is probably what triggered his hollow-dom. Not the fact that he has finished his adventuring or anything like that, but it seems like she told him and he went hollow and she had to put him down. And apparently you go hollow when you lose purpose. So you know how they say that they don't want you to crack and go hollow because they're invoking egg imagery? They've been invoking egg imagery all 3 games, but when you crack and you go hollow, you've completed your quests. Note how helping all of these NPCs to complete their quests ends in you having to kill that NPC, and that actively not helping them keeps them alive. See also Laurentius. Helping them complete that quest and finding the end of that quest allows them to go hollow, which I think the game is trying to say something about the shallowness of their purposes, that to stay alive for as long as possible you need to have a very big purpose, not like Laurentius, who wanted to find spectacular pyromancy And he finds it, and what do you do with the knowledge that you can't use it? And he just goes hollow. And it's a lot of these quests are suggested to be super shallow, and a lot of them just end up dying. And I think the game is trying to say something about the shallowness of their quests. Funny fact, throwing your camera into Sigmire, you will find... I'm trying to do it right. You'll find that he's not hollow. They didn't switch his model to a hollow model. And... he still blinks. He's actually still blinking. True facts, Azure End. Yeah, so you can see that they didn't switch his model. He's still blinking if I do it from the other side. They're just pretending so that you'll go away. So that's the end of that. Is there anything else I need to do? Huh. Alright, I guess not, actually. I think we've done everything in this run. I thought Kiln was a warp bonfire. Guess not. Yeah, Siegland, super badass. I'm leaving. I know that the Chloranthy ring is in the Great Hollow still, and I didn't go get it, but whatever. Don't need it. I think I fought Calamite with a rusted iron ring on, so... okay. You're welcome, Hunter. Yay! The first lie is that you needed the snakes to come down here anyway. Just putting that out there. Let's burn some souls. I need to put Gwendolyn's soul in the box. Gwendolyn can create a meat catalyst or their bow and arrow. If anybody wants me to go look at that catalyst, say so right now. I'm about to go fight Gwyn. Yes. I'll go get the catalyst and we'll talk about that real quick, and then we'll go fight Gwyn. More like court jester of Lordran. So, New Game Plus is legitimately more difficult because of the Gravelord Covenant, which functions a bit like New Game Plus in DS2 and Black World Tendency in Demon Souls, in that you've got Black Phantom characters if you are Gravelorded. Which is why I suggest that the Champions Covenant in DS2 is actually the Gravelord Covenant. Scrolling. So Tin Dark Moon Catalyst, this is the second in the entire series where the catalyst is made out of tin rather than wood or even molten rock. If anybody wants to look up what alchemical definition tin has, that'd be cool. But this is a catalyst born from the soul of the Dark Sun Gwendolyn, Dark Moon deity who watches over the abandoned city of the gods, Anor Londo. Gwendolyn is Gwyn's lastborn and a legitimate god, but he is also a moon sorcerer, and this wand is boosted by faith, not intelligence. And it is interesting that they stress that sorcery is analogous with the moon, which is also mirrored in Seath, who has the Moonlight Greatsword in his butt. Which may help some people's theories going on in chat about what sorcery actually is in Souls. Because apparently sorcery is in opposition to the sun. And Dark Lurker is basically a reference to Ye Old Seath, because Dark Lurker looks exactly like Seath in Kingsfield 2. Yeah, I know. Seath looks just like Dark Lurker in Kingsfield 2. I don't even know. Is it 3? It's probably 3. 2 US, I think. I think that's probably where I got the 2 from. Actually 3. Oh no! Yep. The moon reflects light. But it's a false light because it isn't the moon creating that light, it's just reflecting light. It's reflecting the sun, rather than being the sun. Let's see if I can do this again. Good job. Ah, I totally messed that up. Sullivan has that move. That's his, like, first move. Alright, let's try this again. And that, my friends, is Gwyn. Yes, I agree with that, Hunter. Alright guys, let's end this game. My other character is the Dark Wraith. Yeah. It's my other character who's the, slated to be the Lord of the Dark Lord. And I gotta get them both anyway, trophies. Haha. If Twitch doesn't like it, PlayStation's chat doesn't like it. Thank you. And Soren13, thank you for the follow. That was you I heard a little while ago. My bad decisions. The first bad decision is deciding to get platinum in all of these games. That was... So next up will be Kingsfield 4. That's next up. That's the next game that I'm probably going to be streaming. I got it like... I got the disc like a month and a half ago off of Amazon. It was $40 for a complete edition. Well, complete use, not like mint condition or anything. But it did come with the manual, which is really interesting. Well, thank you, Soren, for taking some time and reading and checking out my stuff. It's not like it's hard. You just play through Dark Souls 2.5 times and you're done. I think the one platinum I just kind of refuse to get is Batman Arkham Knight, because there is one trophy in there that requires you to do some crazy stuff, and I just... Nope. Checked right out of that. So yeah, next game will be Kingsfield 4. Ugh. Azure End. I've seen what is required of that. But like I platinumed Final Fantasy 13, and if you know what is required of one trophy in 13, I'm almost crazy enough to do it. Like collecting the collectible trophy is, I'll probably end up sitting around and farming them out, because farming for me is sort of like squeezing a stress ball. Especially if the fight system is good. I'll just sit there and just mess around with it. Fun things to note is Havok got bought out by Microsoft a little bit after Dark Souls. So Havok physics engine and all of its associated cloth engines and stuff like that are owned by Microsoft. So there's that.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I like a good grind. I play
undead.
Warframe more for the grind than anything else. You just turn the mind off, go about grinding.
The undead are corralled and
13,
led to the north.
I'll be straight. 13 has a bad story. Its story is a mess.
Where they are locked away.
But when they allow you to play with the battle system, which admittedly is at the end game and post game, when they allow you to play with the battle system's great. But the other big problem with 13 is it doesn't allow you to play with that battle system at all until the end of the game or the post game. I like 10. I have a soft spot for 10. I think my favorite overall was 12. And yeah, I think the biggest problem with 13 is that it doesn't allow you to play with that battle system. There are things with 13's battle system that I bet most people didn't know existed, like having XYZ gives you like this weird meta buff. That is separate, that is like random instant stagger on your weapons, but not. Bit weird. I'm gonna burn to Firelink Shrine while I'm chatting with you guys. Because if memory serves, Domhall is still at Firelink, and I can pick up Gwyn's crown, and we can talk about Gwyn's crown. And then call it a stream. Actually, I can't level up here, right? I have defended that laughing scene. Because it's just as cringeworthy in Japanese as it is in English. And I think it's intentionally cringeworthy. Because everybody knows what's going to happen to Yuna, but Titus. And, like, the player can basically figure out what's going to happen to Yuna, but Titus is kind of a dumb. This said, my first Final Fantasy game was 8. Which is big and dumb, but it was also fun. 8 was pretty dumb, but it was fun, so... Including the acronym for SEED. SEED is a dumb acronym, especially if you know what it stands for. It's like something about gentlemen.
You know, Hollow.
It's silly.
Oh, goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid.
But it was my
I'll
first
die
one,
soon,
so nostalgia
then
glasses.
lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I were both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed.
Look at this guy, bathed in sunlight.
You can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in
Tableaus.
my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening.
And 8 still has the best triple triad.
Well, now you know. Oh. Now I would hate and thank.
See Oscar. Go open the door downstairs. This coming from a person who played Xenosaga 1, which had like 45-minute cutscenes. If I can put down my controller, and my controller gets cold, because I haven't used it, that's a long cutscene. Ow. Big damage. Super swole. I wouldn't be surprised. I've gotta ask Illusory Wall. But or look up Digital Foundry. But I think how Q-Lock, because Q-Lock, not FromSoft, did the port. Q-Lock sped up the game time rather than actually make it 60 frames or something.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage. to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Yeah, probably. Let's see here. Is our friend Domhnall still there? If he isn't, we'll call it a stream. No, he's not here. Okie dokie. Just put myself down here. Well, I guess that will wrap it up for this stream. Dragon Age 1, Dragon Age Origins. Now let me be specific. Dragon Age Origins on the PS3. I couldn't. It was from the haphazard control scheme they used on the PS3 to all of the stuff compounding on top of that. It was uncomfortable to play, and I did not like it. I should, however, play it on PC, now that I have a PC that'll run it. Because it was really obvious that the console port for Dragon Age Origins was an afterthought. But yeah. Anyway, I guess since Domhnall's not here, I will talk about Gwyn's crown some other time. Because Gwyn's crown has a lot of lore on it that links very well into Dark Souls 2. And when I read it, I was like, huh. One of those, like, eureka moments. But the fact that you have to, like, go find Domhnall again in New Game Plus to get the crown, I think a lot of people missed it. But anyway, thank you guys very much for joining me. And I will see you guys with the first episode of Kingsfield. And hopefully we don't suffer to a jank, stream jank, or some other crazy thing. Because Kingsfield 4 doesn't seem to like emulation. And like, putting the disc... I've been warned by Tetix that backwards compatible PS3 emulation doesn't like. The disc apparently doesn't also like PCSX2. But yeah. Anyway, we'll get there when we get there. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys for Kingsfield 4 when we get started with that. So, there will be bugs, and there will be Sid. Exactly. Oh no, the speed is fine. I've done tests for it. It's just I've heard that there was jank and like some areas will not load and some other things. But yeah. I'll see you guys on Discord or on Twitter or on YouTube comments or next time. Thank you guys for joining me and have a happy 4th of July. See you guys.